Clean cooking policy disclosed that and technologies. Also, 98,000 women die annually in Nigeria due to the use of firewood. Having been in this business for 8 years and 24 years, the heat has had a toll on their health.
When I did like that, I go just feel hot from inside.
I have a eye problem due to the fire, so I went for operation.
Discussions at this program is aimed at not only changing the narrative, but also check effects of carbon emissions and deforestation.
This project will not only provide free clean cooking systems to women, there will be jobs creation, skills acquisition, and provision of annual stipend, among other benefits to them.
But how will it be achieved, and what's the financial implications?
Clean cook stove reduce harmful indoor air pollution, leading to improved respiratory health, fewer hospital visits, and longer lives. In Lagos, we see this as a chance to spur local production, create jobs, and contribute to a thriving green economy.
We know that African women cooking is a daily experience for their families.
Governor of Delta State, Monday Oyeme, also interacted with the farmers, moving from one stand to another to know more about them and the challenges they face.
Government can do this by having a system or a structure that will interact with them directly and then tackle the farmers' needs from there so that we can produce enough food, because as it stands now in the country, there's no food that is currently enough.
The challenges I'm facing right now is the health of the livestock. Sometimes they fall sick and I need empowerment. Those challenges are there. Security are also there. We need security to guide them very well. The feeds we use for them, they are very expensive right now.
The theme of this year's World Food Day is Rights to Foods for a Better Life and a Better Future, as a timely reminder that everyone has right to adequate foods. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv.
Opportunity to thank God for creating a wonderful man like you over the practice of a purposeful life. Once again, happy birthday.
Welcome back. Following the release of water from the Oya Dam, the Lagos State government is urging residents living along flood-prone areas and drainage channels to relocate to higher ground. Addressing journalists, Commissioner for Environment Tokunbo Wahib says the government will monitor the situation and work with relevant agencies as well as affected communities to mitigate humanitarian impact. The report.
In this community, the sight of flooded streets may seem unusual, but for the residents, it is an annual ordeal they've grown accustomed to. Some say it's been this way for as long as they can remember, while others have resigned themselves to the constant threat of floods.
This water goes, some people sick because of the water. But for me, I'm using malaria, typhoid, all those medicine for them. I'm using it for them, even agbo, to prevent the sickness that will come after this water.
The Oya River Dam, located in Ogun State, releases water annually to prevent structural damage and reduce flood risks. However, the release impacts surrounding communities.
It is crucial to understand that the dam's annual operations are informed by real-time hydrological data, rainfall prediction from the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, and flood outlook from the Nigerian Hydrological Service Agency, NISA. These sources guide the water release decisions.
The Lagos State government says it has carried out dredging and maintenance in several locations to mitigate the impacts of the water release.
Over the world, the practice is when a disaster is approaching, the advisory is given, kindly leave this place to a safer place. It's when it becomes a disaster that the government can now pick them into the IDP camps or whatever camp.
As Lagos, a city barely above sea level, continues to grow rapidly, the state faces increasing pressure to implement more proactive
The move, according to her, is to cushion the effect of hardship.
Senator Oluremi Tinubu was accompanied by the wife of the Vice President, Nana Shettima, and top government officials. The First Lady is here to specifically give support to women who are victims of flood. She says 250 million naira will be given to 5,000 women as a part of the first phase of support from the Renewed Hope initiative.
We have disasters like this, what we are supposed to be money through the Vice Chairman, Her Excellency Hajia Nana Shettima, of 500 million. But here we know we had to also go and look for more support, which you can see here and also over there, that were brought to support the governor's effort. Now we are supposed to help the women traders, because when women are helped, there will be guarantee of food on the table for the family. So we decided, we've done the petty traders before, that we are going to do another 250 million to cover about 5,000 women petty traders. We pray that this land will flourish, it will prosper. The next time we come, it will be for joy and...
Former Chief Executive of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, General Mohammed Buba Mawa, retired, has said that the boosted capacity of the anti-narcotic body within the maritime space will further tighten the nose on drug barons and cartels, with a volume of recent arrests and seizure of illicit substances on the waterways and seaport. Mawa stated this in Lagos at the commissioning of NDLEA Marine Command Headquarters, a facility built and donated by British government. BeeTv News Give to a Boy has the details.
The journey to build the facility started in 2020 when the Home Office International Operations of the British High Commission expressed the desire to build an NDLEA maritime facility for the agency. Chief Executive Officer of the NDLEA, Brigadier General Buba Mawa, retired, while appreciating the British government, says this is one of the reasons why the maritime sector of the NDLEA was upgraded to a command.
The operation of our special marine squad on the waterways of Lagos has shown the increasing complexity of maritime luxury yachts, modified pump boats, and fishing trawlers are also being employed in this growing drug.
To be sustained.
Of NDLA Maritime Patrol Unit, they do the hard work out on the waters, and it is therefore right that we should support them with the facilities that we have supported here.
The governor of Lagos State represented affirmed that the state government will continue to partner with NDLEA in its mandate to curb drug trafficking in the state.
On behalf of our government and the good people of Lagos State, extend my sincere gratitude.
Has condemned the declaration of the seat of the Southern members of the River State Assembly vacant. He also criticized the decision by the Martins and Merule-led lawmakers, for asking the governors of River State, Siminalayi Fubara, to represent the 2024 budget to the Assembly as unconstitutional, an attempt to undermine democracy and the rule of law. Mr. Ugo Chiri said Mr. Merule and 24 other pro-Wike lawmakers remain sacked and lack the legitimacy to function as lawmakers for the state.
They assume control as required by the Constitution. You cease to be a lawmaker at that very moment. You wanted to go to APC, so they will give you federal might, and then you now come and remove a man who did not do anything. When it did not work, you now say, I'm a PDP member, we never left. So you can get judicial pronouncement to make that stupid attempt again. And then you want him to come and present budget before you. When you are not a lawmaker, when you have left the place where you were elected, at the time there was no division.
To achieve a 6,000 megawatt of power by December 2024. And to God be the glory today. We are generating, transmitting, and distributing an average of 5,000 megawatt of power with a peak generation for the year 2024.
Another message from this conference is that with proper administration and implementation of right policies, Nigeria can increase electricity generation and distribution.
May all your dreams come true. We sing unto celebration. Everybody get the temptation. Once again, this is your night, and everyone feels right. Happy birthday to you.
Department. He furthered his education at Thomas Jefferson University in Philadelphia, United States of America, obtaining a Master of Science degree in taxation. Additionally, he holds an executive certificate in economic development from Harvard Kennedy School of Government. Charity's professional experience spans both the private and public sectors. He rose to regional manager at First Inland Bank PLC, overseeing Edo and Delta states, and served as an executive director to Comrade Adams Aliyu Oshomole on local government restructuring and monitoring. A committed member of the All Progressive Party (APC) since its conception, Charity has demonstrated exceptional leadership and philanthropy. His community-driven projects include providing school furniture, sinking boreholes, interest-free loans for women, and youth empowerment programs. As a 2019 Asia Global Fellow at the University of Hong Kong and a Fellow of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, Charity possesses the credentials, local and international contacts, and capacity to drive transformation in Ovia Federal Constituency. Let's support competency, loyalty, and exceptional performance. Charity Unyime Amanyavu, the leader we need.
Welcome back, and now to business. The federal government has officially announced the termination of oil and foreign exchange subsidies, marking the end of a long-debated policy. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edu, made this declaration during the presentation of the Nigerian Development Update by the World Bank in Abuja on Thursday. This and more come your way.
Edu revealed that the subsidies are draining the country economy, costing over 10 trillion naira, are extinguished. Edu said as he emphasized the financial strain these policies had imposed on the nation. The minister also announced a new government plan aimed at addressing unemployment with a focus on housing finance. This initiative, he explained, would feature a mortgage scheme offering near single-digit interest rates. The government expects this approach to boost construction activities and generate significant job creation. At the same event, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Cardoso, explained the rationale behind the recent 0.5% interest rate hike. He disclosed that the Monetary Policy Committee had anticipated the latest inflation trend, which drove the decision to increase the rates. The World Bank expects Nigeria inflation to drop to 14.3% at elevated prices and deepen poverty. In its new Nigeria Development Update report, the Washington-based lender said headline inflation is projected to peak at an average annual rate of 31.7% in 2024, largely driven by the depreciation of the naira and increased gas line prices. The bank had made that though the fiscal reforms are painful, they are needed from saving the country from imminent collapse and have begun to yield results. Nigeria inflation after reaching a 28-year high of 3. Nigeria inflation after reaching 28-year high of 3.
Aris took jabs at each other in the midst of humor and sharp political rivalry at the Osmade charity dinner just weeks before the 2024 U.S. presidential election. BeeTv News Global News correspondent Rebecca Goffey tells us more on this and more from the global scene.
The local governor told the newsmen that the strike targeted the council's crisis coordination team. Israel stated that it struck several Hezbollah targets in the area. The strike followed an Israeli attack on Beirut, where Israel claimed to have hit Hezbollah's underground strategic weapons. Iranian President Moshood Pezeshkian has urged Muslim nations to unite against Israel. He stated that if Islamic countries stand together, Israel would not commit crimes so easily, as reported by his official website. The comments were made during a phone call with Oman's ruler, Sultan Haitham bin Tariq. Pezeshkian praised Oman's position on Israeli actions in Gaza and Lebanon and called for increased pressure on Israel's supporters. There was no immediate response from Omani state media, although Oman have often acted as a mediator between Iran and the West. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has introduced a victory plan to parliament aimed at ending the war with Russia by next year. The plan includes Ukraine's push to join NATO, permission from allies to use long-range strikes on Russia, and maintaining Ukraine's territorial integrity. Zelensky criticized Russia's allies, China, Iran, and North Korea, calling them a coalition of criminals. He plans to present this strategy at an EU summit. The plan has 5 key points, with some details kept confidential for Ukraine's partner. And lastly, on global news, the UK government considers securing the release of pro-democracy activist and British citizen Jimmy Lai from a Hong Kong prison a priority, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has said. During Prime Minister's questions, opposition leader Saki Estama asked if Lai's imprisonment violated the 1984 treaty and promised that the government would keep raising the issue with China. Lai, 76, was arrested in 2020 and faces charges of sedition and collusion with foreign forces. He has pleaded not guilty but could face life in prison if convicted. And that's it on the Global News segment for tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I am Rebecca.